topics. But before we jump into our main topics, guys, there's something I have to mention. This is something I've never done before on Ask Alex. So recently, a man of culture, Mr. Jason David Frank, who basically started the crazy wave of Power Rangers, passed away a couple days ago. Normally, I did get a lot of emails about what I thought about the situation, but instead of answering those emails, I wanted to give you guys a personal story, which I won't take too long about it, but how I met Jason David Frank and how Power Rangers did mean to me, did mean to me as I was growing up. Now I did watch Power Rangers growing up, but like right around age, I want to say 11, maybe 12, I kind of stopped watching because it kind of got cheesy. But I will say, when I was watching Power Rangers, Tommy was my favorite Power Ranger. I mean, he was such a badass. He was so cool, and he was an actual Jason David Frank was an actual martial artist. I remember watching some MMA videos, and he would come out to the Power Rangers theme, and he just would be like he brought the spirit of Power Rangers to life. And honestly, I wouldn't think Power Rangers as a strong commodity if you can't like talk about Power Rangers without talking about him.
Nope.
And in 2018, it was my first time going to any Comic Con. I went to Pensacon, and I met Jason David Frank, and he he was so nice that even though he was charging people to take photos, he even told, I think, one of his agents, he said, "Listen, let's not take any money. Anybody wants to take a photo with me, just bring them up." And I was just like, whoa. Like, because most people at those type of venues, they only make money from their merch. They don't like Pensacon doesn't necessarily. I don't think they pay people to come there. Like they may fly them out, but I don't think they like give them a check. Correct me wrong, Jeremy, because I know that you worked the Pensacon event as well. I don't know if they pay celebrities to come out there, but I know they fly them out and get them booked at hotels. But I don't think they actually pay them to come out because they make a lot of money from their merch. And when I met Jason David Frank, he was so nice. He signed the Pensacon program that I had, and he would be charging for signing, but he didn't charge me for it. He signed that for me. He took a photo with me and one of my coworkers at the time, and he was so nice. I met him again here in Orlando at MegaCon, same type of thing. Not charging people, just checking on people. He was such a genuine dude who loved what he did, and for him to die in the way that he did is actually really sad. It makes you think about your loved ones. And I was just telling Jeremy off camera, like it was good talking to Jeremy for so long because we haven't really spoken or done content, and you just never know what other people are going through, and I would hope that his family, and because he had 4 kids and his wife, I would hope that they are getting through this trying time. I don't know what he was going through personally, but I would just say, if anyone is going through something, or if you don't know that they're going through something, it's okay to check up on them, especially people that you love the most, or even people that you really don't know. Just check up on them because you don't know what battles that they're fighting. So I would just say, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. I know I love being around you. I love talking to you. Jeremy, did you have any memories with Jason David Frank? And did you meet him at Pensacon or meet him at a Comic Con?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And it was the same kind of scenario. Like I echo what you said. Um I feel like there are I mean, there's more than two kinds of people, but there's two distinctive kind of polar opposites when it comes to the convention circuit. I think that there are people that get into the industry because they love the craft, they love the Hollywood community, and for them, working is everything. So going to conventions can sometimes, to a certain kind of person, be like ego death, right? Like they
Right.
feel like maybe they've slipped out of relevance. And then other people are in the industry that legitimately love their fans and love connecting with the people that kind of made their work the cultural touchstones that they were. In this case, Tommy, who Jason David Frank played in the Power Rangers, he started off as the Green Ranger as a villain, became the White Ranger, kind of led the Power Rangers through several different
Mhm.
iterations. So he had a really long lasting and impactful career to many. I was 11 when Power Rangers came out. it was on. Like I saw it. I grew up with the Power Rangers, and while I didn't necessarily grow up loving it, when you meet somebody like Jason David Frank and see the way that he connects with his fans, you just know that there's something special there. Like there's something that he felt so enthusiastic about it. And it's such a shame that mental illness can convince certain people that the world would be better off without them, right?
Yeah.
Because on one hand, it's such an asshole move to succumb to suicide, but that's kind of the nature of what makes it so dangerous in the first place. Is like
Mhm.
if I if I burn myself, I'm going to get a blister. If I cut myself, I'm going to bleed. If I bump my head, I'm going to get a bruise. But if your pain is internal, then nobody can see it. And you have to, if you are somebody that's struggling with depression, you have to, and I know it's hard because of the nature of the illness, but you've got to be proactive and take your own health into your own hands because people cannot fight that battle alone.
Yeah.
You think that wealth and celebrity is going to cure you of those kind of problems, but this just happens time and time again where we're talking about some of the greats, whether it be Chester Bennington from Linkin Park,
Mhm.
Chris Cornell from Soundgarden, Kurt Cobain from
Yeah.
Nirvana. I mean, the list just goes on, and it's a tragedy. So yeah, rest in peace to Jason David Frank, and also I really hope that his family can find some peace in these trying times because I can't even imagine what they're going through.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny that you brought up those other names. The guy, I remember when that guy from Lincoln Park took his life.
Yeah.
That threw me a loop because uh uh we used to listen to that music all the time. Oh my god, it was just. And I remember when that happened, that rocked my soul. And at the time, I was young. I didn't know what suicide was. And then as I got older, you come to understand those things. But yeah, man, if you know someone who's going through something, or if you don't know someone who's going through something, it's okay to check on people.
Yep.
And I would just encourage anyone who's close to any form of a celebrity or whoever, you know, when you meet those people, do not give them a hard time because everybody is fighting a battle that you don't know about.
Yeah.
And I heard John Campea say that yesterday, and I had to really think about that. It was like there are plenty of people who work in our space, in the YouTube space or the celebrity pop culture space, who we think have it all, but they could be battling something so internal that we don't even know what they're going through. So
Yeah.
my love and prayers go to his family, and I pray that everything works out with his kids and loved ones. So but yeah, me and Jeremy want to give like just a small little tribute to Mr. Jason David Frank. Rest in power, my friend. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into our first topic.